Welcome to Margs with the Boys.
Margs with the boys.
How's it going, everybody? Margs with the Boys. I'm here tonight with Juggernaut.
Hello.
Sorry, mid-drink. Hello.
Scootish.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm mid-drink too.
Jyggy. And me, I'm TV.
Whoa, he sounds like he's fucking drowning over there, my
Oh
guys.
my God. His landlord was checking for his ceiling collapsing. Maybe it did.
Maybe it collapsed on
we
him.
had to delay the recording like 10-20 minutes or whatever. Just my landlord showed up at 9 o'clock at night.
Let's go.
Well, we're having kind of a special show tonight. We're talking about Pokemon. We're doing a special named segment called Franchise Overload.
Ooh.
Let's go.
And we are also doing something else special tonight. We will be raising money for Stop AAPI Hate,
Hooray!
which
Let's
is
go.
a great charity dedicated to responding to incidents of harassment, discrimination, or violence towards the Asian American or Pacific Islander community in the U.S. that has arisen as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So if you want to support the cause, make sure to donate. We have a donation incentive of $5 to force us to compliment each other, which could result in some funny shenanigans tonight during the show.
Yeah, no.
So
I'm excited about this. You know, we're actually part of this super crazy conglomerate of broadcasters on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff called Trainers Unite. And everybody coming together, raising money for Stop API Hate. I'm really excited.
And most importantly, if you're an audio listener and you're listening to this, it's my birthday.
true.
And that is true. And listen, for my birthday, I want you to donate to Stop AIPI Hate, you dumb idiot. What are you
True.
doing? What? Are you too young and you don't have your own credit card? Go steal your mom's. Go do that. It's a tax write-off anyway. She won't be upset.
For those watching live, it's not currently his birthday, but when the recording goes out, it will be his birthday. So
yes,
I'm pretty sure it
on
goes
Friday.
out.
It will be my birthday.
I was gonna say it goes out the day after your birthday.
It goes. It's the day after my birthday. So just what? Come on,
Yeah.
guys! You missed it.
just make a nice charitable donation.
Actually,
Make a nice charitable donation for Jyggy or for Scootish's birthday.
When this
come on,
goes,
guy. Come on, you
yeah.
dumb idiot.
Actually, when this goes out, it'll be the last day of Trainers Unite. So that.
Yep. All right.
Sounds like the perfect time to donate some money.
So before we start,
Yeah.
I have some important information regarding some of the things that were said, the slander upon my name last episode.
TB, there was no slander. I moved because of you.
Wait,
I have contacted my lawyers.
I moved.
Scootish.
I moved apartments. Yeah.
I have contacted my lawyer, and I have hired a private investigator.
What?
And there's some shocking news.
What?
That I have to share with all of you. Jyggy.
Bull.
If you would, in the Discord chat, please play this video on stream.
Okay.
What is this?
What am I looking at? Evidence. It's called Evidence Scootish. All right, hold on.
Good start.
Evidence Scootish. I'm gonna. Evidence Scootish. Let me see. 720 or 1080p 60, of course, because we're not heathen. Go over here.
What is this?
All right. For anybody who's audio listener, you'll only be able to hear this. This is a video. Are you guys ready? Here we go. I've not seen this.
What the hell? What the hell is this?
As you can see, Scootish moved.
What is this?
This is Scootish's new apartment.
No way.
And the 2 Nerf ninja swords. And look at this.
Did it? Oh,
look
That's
who is
not
in the
me.
mask.
Oh,
That is not me.
Dude.
Oh, rushing to turn off the camera.
Very
he forgot
clearly,
to turn off his
this
camera.
This is mudslinging. This is freaking mudslinging.
Caught in 4K.
Caught in 4K. Caught
This
in
is quite
4K.
literally mudslinging. How dare you?
That's
How
clearly
dare you?
That is you brandishing 2 Nerf ninja swords, returning to your new apartment.
This could not have been me. This could not have been me.
It is clearly
This
you
is clearly you.
in the video.
When was this taken?
It says it was
timestamp
August
on the video?
3rd. Uploaded August 3rd.
Yep. This was taken earlier today.
Dude.
Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. This is not me. This is clearly not me.
This is your room. Also, where's
No,
your
it's
bed?
no, it's not.
Do you not have a bed
You
yet?
can see his bed is a little disassembled in the background. The bunk bed
No,
boys will be back
the bunk
soon.
bed's gone. Dude,
Oh.
do you want to see my
Bunk bed
ceilings?
is-
Very sad. I do. I would love to see your
I think you
ceiling.
can touch your ceilings. Like we could just look at the video here. You got like, yeah, you can just touch your
No.
ceilings.
Basement boys.
Basement boys.
Not even
my guy.
fingertips.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
I'm thinking of calling them bunker buddies.
Bunker
Oh, that's
buddies,
pretty good.
dude.
Yeah, you could do like a whole like war bunker theme now.
Nuts. That's crazy. I do want to say this before we move on here. We did get a $10 donation from Sailor Sugar Plum that says, "Happy birthday, Scooty." Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yes. For anybody who's listening on audio, I will be reading donations during this entire thing. I apologize, but just, hey, you go donate and I'll read them.
Yeah,
That's stuff.
fucking donate the
I love
money,
this-
you dumb
This
idiot.
still right now. This freeze frame of
Yeah.
This one's pretty
Scootish
good,
like
too.
T-posing is
Yo,
very
I
good.
won't lie. I look fucking good.
Right
In the
there.
Power
So
Ranger
you
one.
do
All
confirm
I'm
that
saying.
it is you.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is like I'd kiss me.
I like the you pulled off the mask. You got the messy hair vibe. It still works though. You rock it.
But again, that's not me.
It's like Spider-Man came home.
You just said you
That
look
would
good.
imply-
though.
Yeah. Yep.
No, I guess
And
what I
he
meant
had the
is like
camera
that.
still rolling because he had just got his studio set up.
True.
It doesn't look like it. It's clearly not me. Like this is very clearly like
So,
a ditto.
It
or
has all
something.
been a front to scapegoat me. The true person behind the Nerf ninja swords is in fact Scootish.
I just don't believe that. You see it right there in the chat, Golden Retriever. That man is too good looking to be Scootish. Precisely. I'm a soft 2, if anything, boys. Just what a baby makes in their diapers. A soft 2.
I don't like this.
Let's move on though. Look, I was
moving
talking
on.
about
We're
dittos
gonna
earlier.
start
We're
freaking-
Well,
Yeah,
we're
that was a
talking
good-
franchise overload, boys. About Pokemon. Are
True.
we being overloaded with Pokemon content? And is it hurting the franchise and the series as a whole? And that's the big thesis question today. I think it's important to talk about. And quite frankly, I'm going to start off and I'm going to give my honest to God opinion and say, yes, it is absolutely hurting the franchise. I think you've seen it. I think the term Gen 1ers is often thrown around when talking about Pokemon. People who only like Pokemon like from Gen 1. And I understand why they only like Pokemon from Gen 1. However, I think like Gen 1, Gen 2, maybe up through Gen 4 are considered like the prime Pokemon years. And then Gen 5, they got a little wonky. And then 6, 7, 8, I think we've seen some very weird Pokemon designs. Like they're not going as sharp with the designs anymore. And I think that is kind of hurting the franchise. The fact that like everything's a little bit softer, everything's a little bit cuter. I think it hurts the franchise. That's my first point.
Wait. You stopped. You said Gen 3 was when it started.
No, I said
After
up to Gen 4.
Oh, after Gen 4. Okay. All right.
After Gen 4.
I mean,
I
could see
I
that.
feel ever since the original drop, there has been a drop off in player base. Granted, there's been a new kind of generation, especially since like the start of Pokemon Go, that has came around and learned about Pokemon. but I mostly agree with what you were saying, that at least the quality of the main series titles has been steadily declining since Gen 4.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's definitely had ups and downs within that decline, but overall it's a downward trend.
Like from the beginning, I think it was sort of engineered to be like kind of a vehicle for like, you know, peddling a bunch of mascots at children. Like they have a ton of cute characters that everyone likes. Like my nephew is a child. He's a baby. He wasn't around when it started in like 1997, and he still loves Pokemon. Like they're cute and they're fun, and like they're fun to play and think about, and there's so many cool designs. Every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Like they just have a grip on people, and they have people wanting more because it's a beloved franchise. I think it's the most prolific franchise in the world. Is that true?
It's the most
As far as,
profitable.
like,
The most
franchise. I don't.
Most
For a
profitable.
reason, too, and I think we'll get to
prolific,
that.
That's up in the air depending on who you are. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, it definitely has sort of a multimedia appeal. It's got video games and movies and TV show and you know, figurines and plushes, and you know, it's all over the place.
Well, I'm
It's
gonna make a
700
stand
or
here.
800 mascots. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a stand here about the show. I know
Okay.
for a fact the show hasn't been good since Gen 3.
I think I stopped watching and this is funny because I love Gen 4, and we'll get into that. We know we will.
I know you love Gen 4.
I stopped watching the anime the first season of Gen 4 just because I got stale. So I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. I think
I have a good call out.
Did you?
I will say XY and XYZ slapped.
I did not watch that.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. They had a Mega Evolution special where they followed like a new rival for Ash exclusively. Awesome. Elaine is so cool.
I'll have to go back and watch that. But like for me, so does that mean that the kind of last season of the anime that you like truly followed was Battle Frontier? Because
I think they did Battle Frontier, and then I think after Battle Frontier they did Chronicles or something, right?
Well, Chronicles was like, man, now we're going like deep diving, and now my brain is like freaking out. Wasn't Chronicles like, we don't have any content, so we're gonna make a bunch of stuff up about past characters? Because it didn't follow Ash, right?
Yeah. It didn't follow Ash. Instead, it followed people that like, or maybe it didn't. I'm trying to figure out when this came out. But
I thought Chronicles was in the midst of Gen 3, and that's why it was really cool, because it was like Ash was doing like Battle Frontier and stuff like that, and then, oh, wait a minute, it's a Chronicles episode about Brock cooking and finding a girlfriend.
Maybe it was. Oh, no, it was between Gen 2 and Gen 3.
Yeah. Because
right here it says Brock leaves Onyx, Geodude, and Crobat to go and find Ash and Hoenn. Like a fucking creep. Like let's be real. Brock kind of just stalked a child to a different like country.
Are you talking?
They're good.
That's
friends.
what he did.
Well, I mean, didn't they
canonically what happened?
Wasn't Brock
good
like supposed to be like 13 or something like that? He was not much older, but older.
He's 15.
So hanging out with a bunch of 10-year-olds, bro. He was that guy.
Weird. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah.
There's the Margs.
Hi, Kelly.
I just think it's funny that he like chased down Ash and Hoenn. That just always made me smile and laugh. No, but you know, like Chronicles was cool, but that's less of my point now because it didn't happen when I thought it did.
I only watched Indigo League. I've watched it twice.
Nothing else? You didn't even do
Nothing
Johto?
else. Nope.
Dude, if you didn't watch Johto, you're just missing out.
Yeah, it's great.
I know like the opening slaps.
Yeah.
But that's about all I know about it.
I think
Johto.
Battle Frontier opening slapped.
Dude, I think Battle Frontier, and this is what that's the reason why I asked you if Battle Frontier was the one that you last watched, was that was the one where I felt like it was their peak. Like it was like
I watched all of Diamond and Pearl. I did because I had faith. And then I tried to watch Gen 5. But Silent, Chillin, whatever his name is, and Iris are so irritating. I wanted to bash their skulls in with a Cubone skull. I hate them. They are bad characters in the anime.
Yeah. No, I didn't even bother. I did not even like. Again, right now we're a little bit discussing about anime, and we're gonna go into other stuff here. But right now we're discussing the anime. I had no connection. I think it's because, and again, for anybody who doesn't know, maybe it's just because this is the last thing I remember. But the way Battle Frontier ends, Ash beats the pyramid brain, the pyramid leader, and the pyramid leader.
Silent Hill.
Well,
Yep.
He
goes
pulls,
to Silent Hill.
I should get back into
he
the show.
pulls
Sounds great.
Pokemon from all of his previous journeys, like Charizard and Snorlax and all these Pokemon together to fight this ultimate, like the Frontier Brain, and it's Charizard versus Articuno, and then the Frontier Brain flat out says, "You can have my job. You are a Pokemon master. You are like you won. You beat me.
He became the very best.
You are the very best." But
yeah,
he decided
still
not to.
hasn't catched them all.
Yeah.
Caught them all.
Yeah.
It's funny how they haven't really, and this is something I think we also should mention a little bit. When was the last time you heard the actual Pokemon company use the term "gotta catch 'em all"?
What?
Oh my god.
The Poke
Right?
Rap.
But the Poke Rap was years ago. They stopped.
That's actually so interesting.
They stopped. Gotta catch 'em all is not a thing anymore because there's so many. They don't expect you to. Actually, you can't. You actually cannot catch them all anymore.
At the last time I heard it was, you still gotta catch 'em all. Be the best that you can be.
Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's yeah, we still got to catch them all. But it's funny though because nowadays, and I think this is a good transition into the video games because I think all of us have played at least one Pokemon video game. There are now, I think.
Sorry.
No,
so I googled it. That's on us for not being well informed. But they are still using Gotta Catch 'Em All.
Are they?
They last used it. Oh, I guess that is a long time ago though.
When?
Pokemon X and Y.
Oh.
2013.
The 2013. Really? The 2 generations ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, almost 8 years, like 9 years.
Well,
but you know, interestingly, the last time you could catch all of them was X and Y.
That was my question. Like, were there deprecated ones back then, or was that?
Wait,
no.
Did you not? The National Dex was Sun and Moon, but you.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
There was no National Dex.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You could have all the Pokemon in
but there was no National
Dex.
Dex.
But catch them all.
You could not catch them all, and there was no National Dex. You're right. The last time there was a National Dex was in Pokemon X and Y.
Yeah.
Back when there was only 700.
That's interesting
something.
right there. And you know, I think that's the crux of like. Oh, sorry. TV.
Yeah, I think they got to a point where like using that as a slogan and like trying to get people to actually go out and try and catch them all could actually be a physical detriment to the players.
Yeah, gotta catch them all. By the way, there's 814.
Good luck.
Isn't there more now? Am I nuts?
Yeah, there's 900.
911 or something.
There's
right?
almost 1,000.
Yeah. There's really close to 1,000 different Pokemon.
Arguably different.
Oh yeah.
Now I won't disagree. With Game Freak. I think having a smaller game where there's less Pokemon, I think that's better from a gameplay environment, at least for me. I get that. I'm not gonna push them too much. However, that does I also see the point of everyone being like, the whole point is like to catch them all, and it is. And I think that's where I get where it's like we're overloaded with Pokemon now. The fact that like we almost have 1,000 Pokemon and I don't think I could name half of them. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think I could.
Like out of memory.
Boot up a Sporkle quiz.
I'd be actually really curious. I think I could name the ones I like. That's it. But
right. Sure. But I don't think that's 500.
No.
I could probably name half of them with images. Or maybe even silhouettes.
No images.
Maybe even silhouettes I could.
No silhouettes.
Just from memory, no way.
From memory. You got to know it. Imagine you're in high school, you're teaching class to kids.
Yeah. I
mean,
it's just so many
slideshow
things
bullshit.
to keep in your brain. Like, I'm sure some...
I'm wondering if I can even
12-year-old that could do it.
Name all 150. The original 150.
I could name all 150.
There is literally a Sporkle quiz for this.
Yeah.
I could name all 150.
The Pokerap kind of ingrained it in my head, but that's like different.
Oh, that's true.
I could probably name the first... I could probably do Johto, too.
Have you guys seen the Brian David Gilbert's updated Pokerap?
No. Where they only say the names of the Pokemon that are in the games?
No. He's at a convention. I think it's like PAX or something. And I think this was like Sun and Moon era. And he goes through and he has like all sorts of different genres. And there's like musical theater, there's like and then at the very end there's an interpretive dance for like all of the legendaries or something. But it's incredible. You just look it up sometime. It's like 30 minutes though, so
I found it. I found it. The perfect poker rap.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like 30 minutes. Is it like up to date with Gen 8?
I don't know.
This was 2019. I don't think so.
No, it wouldn't be Gen.
No, but I do remember seeing this. This was fantastic and art.
Yeah, it is art.
Yeah,
but like. If you would want to memorize the name of modern Pokemon, that would be the way to go. But that's like insane.
No, and there's so many trash Pokemon too now, like that stupid keychain.
Klefki.
It doesn't evolve. I was hoping it would evolve into like a doorknob. That would have been cool.
And I understand. Wait, you wanted it to evolve into a doorknob?
A doorknob. Yeah, like a giant door. Like freaking like from Alice in Wonderland freaking door?
Why would a key evolve into a door?
Because you unlock doors. Maybe actually a treasure chest, like a Dark Souls treasure chest would have been cool too.
A mimic.
Yeah.
Why would
dude, mimic or was it Klefki, right? Okay, hear me out. A car. It evolves into like Lightning McQueen. Like that's
it evolves into
it's already a Steel Fairy type, so it makes sense.
That's not how the evolutions work.
No. Okay, so it evolves into a crowbar, which is like the next step up. Like you lost your keys, but you still need to get in, so you got to break it.
Yes,
and then
that makes sense.
And then the third evolution is like, if there's like a car accident, they bring out like the jaws of life to like
jaws of life.
Yeah, the third evolution is the jaws of life.
Let's go.
I love that.
No, but kind of going along with what Scoot says is it feels like over the years they've just slowly lost so much creativity, and then they get like in one generation of Pokemon, there's maybe 5 or 6 Pokemon that slap. Like I'm talking like are awesome, and then they're like okay,
Cramorant.
The rest of them.
Now, I understand, too. Again, a lot of people are like, but you're forgetting about Pidgey. It's just a pigeon.
Doesn't matter. It was the first bird. It was the first bird.
And it was... I don't care. I don't care. That doesn't matter. The
design how many types
of
that
bird
there are
is...
Scootish?
What?
Are you Googling
Do you know how many types of birds there are?
No, but like, hold on. I'm not coming down from it. I'm actually saying, like, that bird, that design is still banging compared to like the keychain. And a lot of people hate on Vanillish, the ice cream cone. I love him.
I do too.
I love him so much.
It's one of
He's
the few
great.
Gen 5 Pokemon I love. It's an ice cream, dude. And it evolves into
hilarious.
2 scoop and then a triple scoop.
Yeah, Vanillux is awesome.
There are over 10,000 types of birds.
100%, and I'm good with having a different bird.
We need every single one in Pokemon now.
Okay, holy
if you ever
shit,
need a promo, if you ever need a promo for this show, just take that clip of TB saying there are over 10,000 types of birds.
But I think what Scootish is saying here is that Pidgey is Pidgey. It's iconic. It evolves into Pidgeot, which is this crazy rainbow bird thing. And even if we go farther in, Starly,
Staraptor sick.
Yeah, Staraptor sick. And then you have the Gen 5 freaking trash bird. What's it called? Pidove?
Pidove.
Pidove. It's
Unpheasant. Yeah.
The New York says
I don't like Unpheasant.
Unpheasant, and it evolves. One's cool and one's garbage. It's like,
yeah.
How many normal type birds can you have? And it's one of those things where it's just like, then they come out with Talonflame, which is sick again, in my opinion.
Talonflame is awesome,
Talonflame
dude.
is sick.
Toucannon is dope.
Yeah,
Toucannon's awesome, bro.
But
put Toucannon in Pokemon Unite.
That'd be like
Corviknight is sick.
But yeah, but all Corviknight is sick, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
I think the bird Pokemon usually slap. I think Unpheasant was a weird step in the.
That's just Gen 5 being stupid. That's again.
Yeah, I think it's Gen 5 meant to just like kind of copy and reboot Gen 1.
Cramorant is the goat.
We will talk Gen 5, but I do want to promise I can't. Gen 5 is the biggest disappointment in Pokemon history, in my opinion, because of it was set up just to be so amazing.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I think the biggest problem with Gen 5 is that, like I said, there's like 6 Pokemon that are awesome. You have like Chandelure.
Yeah.
Flaming Ghost Chandelier is awesome. You have like the what's it called? The Volcarona, the weird fire bug moth.
Volcarona's awesome. Yeah.
Then you have, of course, Vanillix and all that. But like if you look at the major selling point of Gen 5, the starters and those stupid elemental monkeys, they're lackluster compared to other gens, in my opinion.
Oh, I disagree. I love Oshawott. He's my boy.
Should have evolved better. Its evolution's
lame. I love Samurott. He's awesome. He's cool to me.
Look, another firefighting type, but this one's lower. That's all I have to say.
I mean, Embor's lame.
Yeah.
I don't love Superior.
I think, in my opinion, the best one of the bunch is Superior. I think that is neat that it's a grass snake.
That's fine. I just don't like it.
Yeah, but I think going and looking at, and I think this is, let's just kind of get a little bit back on track here. What was everyone's first experience with Pokemon? That's the one thing, and if we don't mind, I'll start with who's ready? Doug, you ready?
Sure, I can be ready.
All right, Doug.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
What was
Pokemon Yellow? I think was the first one like I played. My brother had Red, I think, but then I got Yellow because I liked the anime and I liked Pikachu. So that's the first one I played, and I watched the show and stuff back when I was a kid, and collected the cards.
Pokemon Yellow was kind of awesome just because it was the only game that you could catch all 3 starter Pokemon in it.
Mm-hmm.
They added a lot. It's weird because what they always say is that, you know, Red and Green came out in Japan, and then here in America, Red and Blue came out, and they always say that America's version of Red and Blue is like the 3rd version of it because they update sprites, they change up everything.
Red and Green were first, and then they made Blue before any of it came over here, over in Japan, and then they brought Blue and Red over based on the Blue. That was like their updated version.
Yeah. But then Yellow came out as the 3rd version here, and then Yellow came out in Japan as the anime adventure, like this weird 4th version game that like they just kind of were like, oh.
Yeah, it was cool. Like they broke their own rules, so you could like have Pikachu following you, and they could, you could get all the starters and stuff, like you said.
And then of course, yeah, it was neat. So wait, you collect the cards too?
Yes, I still have a shoebox of cards somewhere in a closet.
Doug checks his probably a
I have
lot
a
of money.
card
My Charizard.
right here. Can you guess what it is?
It's an energy.
It's our first
gloves.
hollow trap inch.
Dang.
So maybe. Scootish.
Yes.
What was your first ever thing?
My first ever thing.
First ever
I
interaction with
actually,
Pokemon.
What? What'd you say?
What was your first ever Pokemon?
Like game?
Yeah. Or experience.
Experience with Pokemon.
So I remember I watched Pokemon, like I watched the very first Pokemon episode. I remember that. I don't remember the timeline because I was a stupid kid. But I remember I saw the first episode of Pokemon and I fell in love. Like Ash almost dying and everything, and I was like, yes. And then I remember I loved oh my god, I'm sorry. For my birthday, I was like 2 or something. I got Pokemon Blue and a Game Boy. And my mom was like, "What is he going to do with this? He's 2." But I remember I got the game. And I loved it. Even at 2, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know I needed a Pokeball to catch Pokemon, but I loved it. I loved the game. I chose Bulbasaur as my starter.
Hell yeah.
The whole thing was just art. I loved every second of it. I chose Bulbasaur because I loved Ash's Bulbasaur.
Let's go.
I loved him. I loved the game. I loved every little thing about it. I love Pokemon. Yeah.
DB?
Hello? Oh.
Yeah.
What was your journey?
So I was a little deviant, okay? I was like 3 or 4 years old. My mom had bought me a Game Boy Color, and but she would be at work all day, and I'd have to go to a babysitter, whatever. And I was too young to understand a very mature concept of morality. So I actually stole my babysitter's copy of Pokemon Red as a 3-year-old.
Heck yeah, dude. Living that thug life from an early age.
And
the cops show up at TV's door.
It came back to bite me later on. My mother scolded me very promptly because I had not only like pocketed this video game that my babysitter had spent their money on, but also deleted the save file and all that stuff. But it was fun.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And then I eventually got my own copy.
Jesus, you're a sociopath.
I was 4 years old.
I don't care.
The year was 1999.
Oh God.
My sister was 1 year old, and my parents had to deal with her tantrums. So they got 4-year-old Michael a Game Boy Color with this video game, Pokemon Gold. And I sat every night and I pressed the A button with my Feraligatr that knew Tackle, and I beat the Elite Four, not the second one, with a level 92 Feraligatr that knew Tackle.
Nice.
Yup. That was. I did not beat like red or any. I didn't even know you could go to Kanto, but I remember as a kid beating. I think it was Lance. Lance is the in Heart Gold or in Gold. And I sat. I don't know if any of you guys had this like when you were a kid, but especially on like the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color and all that stuff. You had like a corner where you would have like a light. You'd point the light down. Oh yeah, dude. That was the kids won't know that any day nowadays with their phones and their fancy LEDs.
Those stupid
kids with their iPads.
Those dumb kids. I hate
Those
them.
dumb kids with their iPads and their Man, I had a Game Boy Advance with no LCD. I had to sit under a light like this just to see Kirby. But
dude, I hate them. I hate those
Yeah,
kids.
he did that worm light or whatever.
that was my first experience with Pokemon, and I proceeded to play more or less every game ever since. Actually, I think I think the only Pokemon game I ever skipped was Black and White 2. We'll get to that.
Oh, dude. Wait, hold on.
No, I played it. Believe me, I played it.
Oh, okay.
It's great. But
Yeah, Black and White 2 is the good part
yes,
of Gen
you're
5.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
But I skipped
Black
it
and
when I
White
was
2 is awesome.
I was in what? We were in like 10th grade when that game came out. And I was just like, all right,
Yeah.
I don't want this. I hated Gen 5. I don't want to. I stood in line for 9 hours for Gen 5. I did the old Nintendo New York. Well, back then it was
Pokemon Center, right?
no, I think it was after that. It was Nintendo. No, I'm sorry. It was Nintendo World. It was the weird in between.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of thing, and it's weird. So I think the big question I have for everybody here, by the way, anybody in chat, put in your questions. If you have questions about our thoughts on Pokemon, !Q, Techno will put it in there for us. And welcome to the show again. Once again, for anybody who's wondering, throughout this entire show, we are raising money for Stop AAPI Hate. Right above me via Trainers Unite. You guys can do !Donate. Every $5, if you donate $5, you can make one of us compliment anything. You want me to compliment Deep Dish Pizza, I'll do it. You want me to compliment
You can compliment Gen 5.
God, no, I can't. It has to be
I-
genuine.
I'll give you a
Gen
free
5's
one right
pretty
now
good.
about
Don't
Gen
be an
5.
idiot.
Gen 5 has really cool legendaries other than the like main story legendaries.
You like the horses or dogs or whatever they are?
Yeah,
Really?
they're sweet.
I don't even.
We already have dogs?
There's one that's called
Dogs
Verizon.
Gen 2?
Like Virizion,
Verizon.
Keldeo, Terrakion. I like Terrakion a lot.
I like Terrakion. I like Cobalion.
Yeah, I
I
thought
like
they were
AT&T.
cool.
You guys know these things. I don't even know. I didn't even know. Like, that gibberish to me. That's how Gen 5 is to me. And it's weird because my free compliment to Gen 5 is that the actual like game is by far, in my opinion, the Unova region, the game, the whatever, the most technologically advanced and well put together Pokemon games ever. The visuals are astounding. The music is absolutely nutso. The like sprite work is crazy. The fact that they got it to run on a DS 10 years after the DS came out. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But I think my big thing that I want to move on here to, if you guys played the early generations of Pokemon, at what point do you guys feel Pokemon changed? And was it a change you liked or a change you didn't like?
I feel the first big change I noticed was Gen 3.
Okay.
Because they added a lot of new features. Some good, some bad. Then they refined them with Gen 4. It kind of felt like those two were kind of a package deal with great story all included in a nice little neat bundle.
Sure.
They were different than Gen 1 and 2 for sure. That could have just been hardware, but it was also the development for the new hardware, I feel.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like the same for me. Like, that's when I stopped playing, was like, oh, these Game Boy Advance ones are like very different, very weird, and they seem unlike the two that I played, and so maybe I'll jump off the train now while I still can, because I can tell it's definitely got a ton of momentum, and that way we won't have to buy a game every couple of years.
Yeah.
The first time I noticed a big change and a change that I hated, a change that I wasn't welcoming to, was Gen 6 with the 3D models.
Okay.
I understand that that's the forward progression of life, and that's going to happen. However, it has ruined Pokemon, in my opinion. Instead of being excited to see, I wonder what Rayquaza looks like in this game, I wonder what Pikachu looks like in this game. We now know exactly what the Pokemon are going to look like every single time. They're just going to look like the same 3D statue that we get every single time, no matter what. And I hate it.
I can see that.
It's fair. Like, definitely, it was exciting to see the pixel art, even between like, I remember in Gold and Silver, like I mostly played Gold, and then I saw someone playing Silver, and like the same Pokemon had a different pose in their pixel art. I was like, oh, that's very cool.
And then in Crystal,
that's
they moved.
fascinating.
Ooh, they moved.
Yeah, and they did move a little bit in Crystal, and then they did move a lot in later stuff as well. But pixel art's beautiful, and it's cool to see sort of the differences, and as Scooter said, like once it's a 3D model, it just looks like that kind of forever. They're not doing anything.
And it can't. And they can still move. They can still move and have social animations for attacks. But at the end of the day, they're going to be the same no matter what, because creating the 3D model for that for every game, there's 1,000. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So you need to just make one model. And I know that like is exciting because it's like, oh, what do the new Pokemon look like? That's all fine and dandy, but like there's only like what at the max maybe 50 new Pokemon per generation, except for Black and White, which was 150. There's like 30 to 50 new Pokemon, and none like those all don't slap. Like Jyggy said, there's like 5, 10 maybe that are like good and considered like good, like that will be someone's favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
But like no one's going home and saying, yo, I really love I'm trying to think of like a lame Pokemon off the top of my head, but I can't.
The Gen 5 fighting guys, the karate guys, the karate
Sock
boys.
And Throw, people love Sock and Throw.
No, do they really?
Yeah,
They're
dude.
just lame Hitmonlee and Hitmontop and Hitmonchan.
I love Sock and Throw, bro.
Really?
I like Sock and Throw.
I agree. I'm on Jiggy's side on this one. They kind of
all right.
Hey, look, they're fighting types.
Okay, all right.
They do karate.
Breaks Big Shot.
Though,
how about
for some reason I like Conkeldurr.
Conkeldurr is sick, dude. He's awesome.
So I don't know.
he's a guy with girders.
the construction guys. Yeah,
he's awesome.
They're at least unique. That's the one thing I can say is they're at least unique. The first one has a piece of wood, and then the second one's got a big
timber, girder, and Conkeldurr.
Yeah.
The biggest guy's got 2 big things of concrete.
2 big pillars.
He's got 2 pillars of concrete. Construction workers.
Yeah.
But like, it's weird. It's weird.
I feel my mindset has shifted for when I play the newer games. It's more so like I reach out to experience the new stuff without looking back. So I don't really try and pay attention to a lot of the classic Pokemon. Like the last time I really played with a lot of classic Pokemon was X and Y, because they introduced the Mega Evolution of all the older stuff. But at this point, like when I play Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield, I'm like, okay, I only want to play with the new Pokemon because I've had all this older stuff and I want to keep those memories kind of locked away back in that old bank and move on.
Yeah, you already had your adventure with those Pokemon. You don't need to do it again.
Yeah. I kind of play with like what's ever like available to me. And I think a big issue with Pokemon is sometimes they lock the new Pokemon behind really, really impossible scenarios where if you didn't know, you'll never run into them.
Yeah.
Like give me an example.
I think Gen 4 was the first to really do that with the ancient Pokemon, where it's like you can evolve Yama into Yamega, but only if it knows ancient power and you evolve it at like a specific time, or I could be wrong, but
or the one where you had to hold your DS upside down.
Oh, that was Gen 6.
I know that one. I never would have figured that out on my own.
My example was gonna be Mariini, the little poison thing.
Yeah,
That's
Marini.
water. The thing that
Sick Pokemon.
eats. Yeah, it's a sick Pokemon. The thing that eats Corsolas.
Yeah.
But it only appears in like these really weird encounters where like you'd never know unless you like
looked it up. Yeah. I think it's like a 5. I remember this because I think during my run I asked chat. I was like, "How do I catch this Pokemon that I saw in the game?" Like it's like a 1% chance or something at a fishing spot in the middle. Only like one specific fishing spot or something.
You gotta sell strategy guides, I guess.
Yeah. Yes. Strategy guide sellers. And I think another one going a little bit back to Gen 4. It's like Leafeon and Glaceon got released. And when I love Gen 4. When I was first playing Gen 4, I thought, "Oh, give Leafeon, you give Eevee the Leaf Stone to get Leafeon." And oh wait, they introduced the the ice rock or whatever. Clearly that's how you get Glaceon. But no, you have to level up the Pokemon near a specific rock that has moss on it in the in the Eternal Forest in order to get Leafeon.
Also, while you're at max friendship or something like that.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I get why people trade evolutions have always been a problem. Where it's, you have for Magmortar and for Electivivor, these really cool. This is again Gen 4. These really cool evolutions to past Pokemon. You know, the evolution of Electabuzz. You have to trade it with like a battery. Oh, I don't.
I didn't really ever care. Like even in Gen 1, there was like the Moonstone and trading and stuff.
Yeah,
I never liked those ones. Or like, was it like Machamp you had to trade or something like that?
Yeah,
to get him to level up. And I wasn't friendless necessarily, but it's just coordinating that is annoying. I think
100%.
And when the DS era came around, I think it was at least for me, it was a lot easier because everybody was playing, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and those games, Diamond and Pearl. But in Game Boy era, it was hard to do that. And the thing is and back then that was like really early internet time. So it's not like you could just look it up. There was no Bulbapedia. There was no Cerebi. It was you.
But Jyggy, there was Ask Jeeves.
Well, there were strategy guides. I think I had the super decks or whatever.
Yeah, you could get the strategy guide from the book fair.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, dude. The book Scholastic Book Fair. Let's go.
Then there's my dad. I used to always ask him to download the Game Spy strategy guides they had no pictures. It was just flat out freaking text for days. You guys remember these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they have the like ASCII border on like the title.
And my dad works for a computer company, so he used to always get it on this yellow paper because it was the cheap yellow paper that everyone was printing off of at the office. Because he would come home with freaking like 100 pages of here son, have the Pokemon strategy guide. I'm like, thanks, Dad. I can't read.
That's like half the reason to have a job, so you don't have to buy a printer.
Yeah,
true.
100%.
I don't own a printer. I print everything at work.
Yeah, dude.
I don't own a printer anymore. They're dumb.
I think I still have my printer
mine
down.
Broke, and I was
Physical media is stupid.
I went paperless halfway through college though because I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you gotta go paperless. Paperless is the way of the future.
True.
But I mean, TB, did I miss anybody? Doug?
What's the question?
We're talking about massive changes that you either liked or
Oh yeah.
This is
like
actually
Gen
kind of
3
important.
was like, very different for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I like the changes at Gen 3, but it definitely was like a harsh change in gear. For sure.
Yeah. So I want to talk about I think this is where I will say mine, and then I want to rope into I think something maybe launch us into. I want to talk about what I call the valley, the Pokemon Valley, the rise the fall and the revive of Poke Fever. So Pokemon, for me, as in my opinion, was extremely popular up until the beginning of Gen, beginning of Gen 4. I love. Don't get me wrong. I love Heart Gold Soul Silver. In my opinion, the greatest Pokemon games ever made. But in my opinion, at that point, Pokemon was kind of starting to struggle, and then Gen 5 happened, and it was a major struggle. And then they tried to bring it back with Gen 6, where they got most of the core fans and some of the older fans back on. But in my opinion, the Valley of Decay didn't genuinely start going up until the end of Gen 7, with the resurgence of Pokemon cards. That is...
No, it was Pokemon Go.
Well, yeah, that's when Gen 7 came out, it was Go.
Yeah.
So that was...
Definitely Go.
Kind of what did this, and Let's Go was a major factor in that. The Switch was a huge factor in that. But it's one of those things where for years, the Pokemon games that we were getting, this is not just main series. This is Mystery Dungeon game, things like the some of these spinoffs were not, in my opinion, at the level that they needed to be to maintain audience. Instead,
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I think the reason why is the 3D. Like you can literally pinpoint the games where they're like, oh, that didn't hit right.
But I feel the decline was already present before
with
that.
Gen 5.
I disagree.
I think Gen 5 had a major decline.
I think Gen 5, I think I will defend Black and White 2 to the day I die. Black and White 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
That's one.
Yeah.
Name me another Gen 5 game that you
your
liked.
opinion,
What?
but not the general consensus.
Tell me.
I
What's
think
a
that is the
spin-off
general
game?
consensus.
What's a spin-off game? I'll defend Gen 5, or I'll defend Black and White 2 in a minute. But tell me one other spin-off Gen 5 video game that you played.
Was there a spin-off Gen 5 game? I don't think there was.
Yep.
There were a metric ton, dude. There were so many Gen 5 shoved down your throat Pokemon experiences that nobody cared about.
I don't think there were.
Just looking at the sales numbers, it looks like it sort of declined with every generation until Sun and Moon. It jumped back up,
and that was a Pogo. After
a
little bit before Pogo.
For Pokemon Go,
But Pokemon Go had been announced for a year, so people were hyped for it.
What was a Gen 5 spin-off game? I don't even know.
Let's see. We got Pokemon Typing Adventures. We got Pokemon. Actually, that kind of game.
That was only released in Japan.
Slaps. What? I have it right now. Absolutely.
Was that 2010?
I literally have it right here. Pokemon Typing Adventures. I have
Pokewalker, Pokemon Dream World.
Yeah, Pokemon Dream World. You had Pokemon. You had
crazy.
You had
didn't even know that ever came out.
Poke Park 2 Wonders Beyond.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Poke Park.
Pokemon Rumble Blast for the
Rumble,
3DS.
Oh, Rumble. I did hear Rumble Blast.
Rumble
I never liked
Wii
any
U.
of the Rumble games, though, to be honest.
There was a Rumble Wii U. There's a lot of...
Well, that was on the Wii U. That was also during a dark time.
Mystery Dungeon games were in 2013.
Yeah, they stopped.
Super Mystery Dungeon was
Conquest.
because Mega Evolution.
Was X and Y also
the one before Super? Super was the good one. The one before the Super was it Gates to Infinity?
I'm just on Moby games at this point.
Oh, Gates to Infinity. Yeah, but 3D. 3D though.
That was 3D.
Yeah, X and Y were 2013.
Pokemon Park 2, 3D. All these things are 3D.
Poke Park 2. Well, Poke Park and Poke Park 2 came out kind of relatively close to one.
I think when you make the switch from regular to 3D, I think there's a huge drop in Pokemon quality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
I actually think that X and Y kind of revived the Pokemon gamer in me after Gen 5.
I feel like it was a big bullet point to have brought everything to 3D. Maybe people didn't realize. Maybe it took a couple of 3D entries for them to realize.
It might have been the hyped up newness of it.
Yeah.
In hindsight, we can look back and say that it wasn't really that good, and it kind of changed the game for the worse. But at the time, it was fresh, and it kind of revived my hype for the entire franchise.
Which
Yeah,
is
I think it was before, like as Scooter said, that it gets kind of stale whenever
Yeah.
it's a 3D model, but they weren't stale yet, and it was
Doug, when
fresh
did
and
you
new.
come
And
back?
I came back for X and Y.
X and Y, yep.
I had a friend who wanted to pick it up, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I picked up X, and he picked up Y, and I played maybe like half of it, but it was fun. It seemed all right.
And
Yeah, actually, when they announced X and Y, I went out and picked up White 2 to play my first like Pokemon since Pearl.
Yeah. How was
And
it?
It was all right. I had more fun like because this was like me being the first time playing Pokemon in high school, so I had more fun like trying to devise competitive teams for the first time and play against my friends and like that sort of stuff completely wirelessly.
Mhm.
and I'm gonna say something here though. This is something I've seen also brought up in chat a couple times, but also you keep talking about 3D itself, and I really think that it truly has to do with the games and the world and the Pokemon and the quality that is put into them.
I don't think
Because
so.
have you ever played Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon
Love
Coliseum?
XD Gale Darkness. Love Pokemon Coliseum.
3D.
I think I am. I know that. But I think the difference is like I think this proves my point a little bit. Those like there's not as many models that they have to make. There's
They were
know?
all that was all the way up to Gen 3. They had
Right.
every single Pokemon was in those games.
Right.
But
Comparatively, that number is dwarfed by the 600 plus more Pokemon that they have to do that for.
yeah.
So like I think those Pokemon are much more alive, much more
Oh,
lifelike.
they're not
than,
though. They're not.
What?
If you
I
what's
disagree.
No, dude. If you don't know this, in X and Y and in XD and in Coliseum, the only Pokemon that they made the models of were from the Gen 3. Pokemon from Gen 2 and 1 were ported from the N64 Pokemon
That's no, but that I know that, and that's still fine.
Oh yeah, but they
I'm
look like
still
dog
good
water.
with that.
They look like
They-
some of them look
I-
like scary. Like
O-
Charizard
okay,
looks terrifying in those games.
Sure, but you're not letting me say my point. You keep talking over me.
Sorry.
They still look lifelike because they're still like highly well animated with like they still have emotion and life. Like in Pokemon X and Y, they literally look like stale, just like a kid playing with like an action figure. They don't look as cool, you know. Like I remember like
They don't move.
some of my fondest memories of Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale Darkness is like seeing how the Pokemon like faint.
And
And
the
that
animations, yeah.
that kind of just like isn't there in Gen 6
I agree.
or Gen 8. Like
Yeah.
right. And like that's what I'm saying. Like
And in Coliseum,
That's
I
what I
loved
mean.
the like darkness Pokemon.
yeah. Yeah.
They all have really cool idle animations that are kind of cool, and each attack has a different move. So I guess then this is a great jumping off point here, and so let's talk about, because I think all of us have played it. Let's talk about Generation 6 of Pokemon, which was considered and still is to this day the reboot of the Pokemon franchise. That is something that many people and
the
as
what
well,
the Gen 5?
Gen
What are we talking about?
6.
Gen 6.
Oh.
I'm talking one that you know we know your opinion on. But it's one of those things where Gen 6 was flat out advertised as a comeback if you're a fan, because we brought back everything. It's not Gen 5. Charizard's got Mega Evolution. You get 2 starter Pokemon. You know, that's what it is.
Okay.
Oh wait, pause, Scoot.
Here
Pause. You have to pause for a second. We got a $5 donation from Anonymous saying Scoot has to compliment X and Y.
I don't hate X and Y. I don't hate X and Y at all. I don't hate any Pokemon game. I just think there's like the decline started when like I know I'm eating shit when I play Pokemon. That's fine with me because I love Pokemon. But here's my nice thing about X and Y. I think the Kalos region is so beautiful and so much fun to run around. I really enjoyed the third gym, the electric gym, the Paris gym. That gym's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that the first one that wasn't like based in Japan? It was like based in France.
No,
kind of?
no.
I think
They
wasn't
based
the
they based
first.
Unova on New York City.
Oh, okay.
Except there's no desert in New York City. I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah, they
No
all have their
desert.
own
We
regional
We live here. Where's the
inspiration.
desert?
Shut up.
What do they think? Yonkers is a desert? There's no desert up there.
I'm
What is
sorry,
the
I'm
Bronx
sorry,
a
I'm
desert? I
sorry.
mean, maybe, but
I thought the French
Dude,
stuff was
shut
beautiful. You're right.
up.
there's no
Yonkers is-
desert in New York City.
Dude, the desert's cool. Just be good with it. God damn. Okay, here's my nice thing about X and Y. I really enjoy the aspect of ride-on riding.
Oh,
I thought that was
yeah.
like one of the coolest things that they showed in the trailer, and we all thought
What,
was super.
what was one of the coolest things?
Right on.
Ride on these nuts!
Got him.
Woo!
Techno, please remove that from the.
Let's go!
Oh,
Got
man.
him.
I don't know, TB. Yeah, so
Game, set, and match.
TB. You played
Yeah.
X and Y 2. Or I'm sorry, you played Black and White 2, and then you played X and Y. Thoughts?
Well, I played Black and White 2 in like preparation for X and Y. So obviously when I got into X and Y, it was going to be everything I hoped and dreamed it would be, you know. I feel like that was the last time I like watched every single promo, knew all the new Pokemon coming out, you know.
I remember with X
So I liked it.
X and Y, they did Smash Brothers marketing. They did it for both. They did Smash Brothers marketing for both X and Y and for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where the hype was surrounding not the video game, but the return to specific Pokemon with Mega Evolution. And we can talk about Mega Evolution. We're going to talk about Pokemon gimmicks here in a bit. I really want to talk about Pokemon gimmicks, but because that's a gimmick, reoccurring thing. But
it's a gimmick that's taken from Digimon as well.
Yes, yes. But Mega Evolution was the big thing. It was Blastoise could Mega Evolve. He's got this giant tank, freaking tank cannon, and Charizard could be an actual dragon type, and all this crazy stuff. Mewtwo. And I remember the way they did it, and they did it for...
Mewtwo can get gains, bro.
Yeah, dude. Thick
Still
Mewtwo.
The best gimmick iteration that we've had.
And we'll get into that, but it's one of those things where the marketing for X and Y, I remember so well. I remember it so well because it was getting us hyped. Like TB said, you knew every Pokemon that was coming out. You knew every Pokemon that had a Mega Evolution that was coming out. And then there was some that we didn't know about that were in the game, like Kangaskhan and a few others. And
we had a plan going into it, like what we wanted our team to be before the game even came out.
That show they did with it was awesome too.
Yeah.
Pokemon Origins.
Yes. Yeah.
I can never forget about Pokemon Origins.
Origins was like crazy. 30-minute TV special. Actually might have been an hour. But it's one of those things where I actually always say that Gen 6 was slept on when it comes to the actual Pokemon that were aired. I think the games were in this
Gen
weird...
6?
Gen 6. X and Y. Pokemon that were added, I can't really think of any that are Omega lame other than like Klefki. There might be one or two others.
I thought Yveltal and Xerneas kind of sucked.
They were kind of lame. But then again, I don't like legendary Pokemon.
I like Yveltal.
Yeah.
But one of those things where like
in fact, I think the last cool title legendary that we had was Gen 4.
I do too.
You could kind of make a argument for Solgaleo and
I love Solgaleo.
What Luna, whatever the bat's name is, I don't know. They were all right. Yeah, Lunala.
Oh,
they were all right, but they were no Dialga and Palkia.
And freaking Giratina. Or Ho and Lugia. They
Yeah.
came back for Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Oh, I can name a lame Gen 6 Pokemon. Carbink.
I don't even know what Pokemon that.
Or Binnacle.
I don't even know.
I hate Binnacle. Or Spritzy and Aromatos.
Yeah, they're pretty lame. They're pretty lame.
Or Furfrou.
Yep. I don't even know these Pokemon. That's what's crazy, is I don't even know these Pokemon. But no, now Doug, I'm talking to you about this. How this was the one you came back to, and you didn't prep, right? You didn't. Did you even see any of the marketing?
No. No, not really. I knew that, like, I think I knew about the starters a little bit, but really not much else. I knew there was Mega Evolutions, I guess, but like I never ended up using them very much. Again, I never finished the game, but what I was really like impressed with, I don't know, like if this was a norm at this point, but I really liked like how quickly you got like a set of roller skates before you got the bike and stuff like that, like for fast traveling around and going fast and stuff. I felt like it really was finally respecting my time. Like I could go fast.
They had
quickly.
to show off their axis of movement with the new 3DS thumb
third
pad
thing. And that's something.
Oh yeah.
That's something. Not to interrupt you, Doug. I
No,
do want
please.
you guys to know this, but Gen 6, at least a year before it was, Gen 6 was announced and then released 1 year faster than it needed to, or than it's scheduled, because the Nintendo 3DS was dying. They flat out said, Nintendo said, we need a Pokemon game on this console now. And
100%.
Game Freak said, we're not ready. We have a whole nother year of development on this game. They said, no. What do you got? You got enough? Let's go. So that is the major issue that a lot of people forget about, is the fact that, in my opinion, this kind of goes with what Scoot was saying, is that Gen 6 was the pinnacle of change, because Game Freak put out a game that was 1 year earlier in development than it.
Right.
And then I think that every single Pokemon game since, they've determined this is good enough. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would argue. I would agree with that.
Oh no, you'll agree.
No, I'll agree with that. Yeah, I definitely think like we're in a this is good enough situation. Like I think I know everyone is like, oh, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are awesome. I think they're just okay. I think Sun and Moon is a drag to get through. I couldn't even get through Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah.
Talk about lame. Talk about a lame second version.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Sword and Shield, they're fine. They're Sword and Shield. They're okay.
I still haven't beat Sword.
No?
And I still have Shield untouched, because I bought both of them.
I think they're worth the finish. I think they're really interesting. I know. I think that we should segment into this, because like we're about to experience major Pokemon franchise overload.
Yeah,
like
we are.
We're talking levels of Marvel overload, because we're about to get not one but 2 Pokemon games in a year.
And we just got another one. We just actually recently.
No, I'm talking mainline. I'm talking mainline.
No, but I'm talking like full on Pokemon right now.
I feel like we're entering make or break territory for the franchise.
Listen. I want to focus this conversation on mainline shit worked by Game Freak. Pokemon Unite. Yes, it just came out. Yes, I love the game. Yes, I'm addicted to it. But it's Tencent. It's Riot Games that made it. It's not. It's not Game Freak.
And then we have,
but we're about to get
photography, which is made by Namco.
Yeah.
Photography. It's just oh my god. I don't want. Oh my god.
Yeah, I agree. We'll move on. We'll talk about.
It's a movie. You're watching a movie. You're hitting.
It's not a movie. No.
Snapshot button on a movie.
It's not. Dude, Catherine's gonna move over from Doug's camera and slap you in the face and then go back.
Yeah, I just heard her start typing. It was very scary.
Listen. I like Pokemon Snap.
I'm on Scootish's side on the Pokemon
but
Snap.
It is a little boring.
Well,
But anyway,
well, your complaints of, these 3D models are lifeless and all that, I think
I mean,
is
right,
Totally
completely blown out of the water by Snap.
By Namco. We're gonna say by Namco.
Yes, but it's different. It's not. I agree with you, but no. Like, you're right, but no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, like it's more like a movie than a game,
Yeah.
sure.
right. It's
In
not
that
like
they've
it
given them a lot of
like
things to do and a lot of life.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not terrible. It's not awful. It's fine. And
Okay,
that's
so
okay.
I haven't played the new Pokemon Snap, so inform me. If you're playing in handheld mode, can you move the Switch around in gyro and
I
take
genuinely
snaps?
don't know.
Catherine would be the person here.
Maybe.
I've never
Catherine says, yes,
played
you
it.
can.
You can.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Oh no, like can you like you do this to take a picture? Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Okay.
She said
okay.
yes.
So I feel
You
like
turn it off.
for that novelty alone, it that makes it a fun like arcade style game.
No, again, yes.
But I feel like that's just what it is. It's like it's like an arcade.
Yeah, like you're always
Style.
gonna see the Apom run across the log.
Yeah.
You're always gonna see Toucan and be right
I think
there
it's
at that
very
moment.
hard. Like to
It's
I think it's so different from everything else that like we're almost bridging into like, our game's
Right.
art kind of
I-
adjacent conversation.
I just want to focus on primarily.
I
want to
there
focus on.
is some element of like photo editing and stuff in there too, isn't there?
Yeah, you can you
yes,
can put
yeah,
stickers on Bidoo's
yeah.
butthole or whatever. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
Oh,
the-
I have
like-
the perfect.
Are there
Bidoo's
like
butthole photo if you'd like
filters
to
or
see
like
it, Doug.
cropping or anything
Yes,
like that?
there is.
yeah, there's all
Okay.
that stuff.
Yeah,
And-
I
Yeah,
I
you
feel
can unlock it.
I feel it's that's like a cool novelty. But
It's but it's all
I'm not-
novelty. It's
prob-
not.
yeah.
I'm talking like actual Pokemon here, and I'm just saying, like, are we as gamers, are we overloaded now? Are we prepared for not one but two Pokemon games in a year, like 2 mainline Pokemon games? That's what I'm talking about. But Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then Pokemon Legends Arceus, like literally like a month or two after. I'm personally really excited for both. They both look fantastic, and I do think
2 months later. That's not January. they said, right?
I think this is going to be our happy medium. I think we're going to have our I think we're gonna have our cake and eat it too. I think we're gonna have something like basic and normal for like the hardcore fans in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then we're gonna get something like brand new and like really exciting in Legends Arceus. Or do you
is it
guys think this is
launching-
gonna be this? We're just like this is gonna mark the end, and like this is an overload. I know Jyggy hates Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl already.
I don't. Okay, all right. I have to say this. I don't hate Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl already. I am excited about the fact that I'm getting my favorite generation back, Gen 4. But I'm scared because of the fact that I just don't know what their plans are. They haven't shown me enough for me to be excited. Where when the one thing, let's just talk a little bit about Pokemon remake culture. It's been around since Gen 3. Remade red and green on the Game Boy and added all of this crazy thing. They added all the recent Pokemon from Gen 3. They made it so you can complete the entire Pokédex but by owning both Ruby and Sapphire and Fire Red Leaf Green. They added the Orange Islands from the anime because why not? They made dramatic fixes to Red and Blue on the Game Boy Advance. That is what they did. Moving about what? Like I think it was like 7 years later or something like that. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Let's talk about in my favorite Pokemon games of all time. In my opinion, they are the greatest Pokemon games of all time. They have so much content. They not only make Silver better, but they keep everything that's good about them but then expand upon it double, if not triple, the amount of content.
You know what the problem with Heart Gold Soul Silver was?
What?
Nobody could get a copy because they only made like 10.
I love Heart Gold
they're
and Soul
very
Silver.
expensive now.
They're my favorite game.
They're hard to get.
They were hard to get when they came out.
Came with a freaking Pokewalker, dude.
Dude.
Yeah. They flat out copy and pasted the Battle Frontier, which
There's a fly in my room, and I'm losing my mind.
How did you get a fly?
I've never played Heart Gold Soul
I'll be
Silver because I could never get a copy. I could buy one now, but what's the point?
Dude, what are you excited about for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? We're gonna talk about that, and then we'll go into Arceus. Or are you not?
I was wrapping it up, bro. That question was to wrap it up.
Oh, was it?
Listen, I love the art style of it. I really do. I know that appalls you, but I love I texting Bob during the podcast. That's true. I love the art style of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I love it purely because it harkens back to the original games, and it looks just like that, top down and everything. I feel this is the first 3D Pokemon game where I'm truly excited that it's 3D. I have not liked any of the 3D Pokemon games really, except for kind of Sword and Shield, I suppose. But let's go. That's what I say.
Let's go. That's a different Pokemon game.
No, it looks great. It looks really good. I think the Pokemon will still have the same model problems that I have, but I just love the original like little shrunken mini sprite people. I love it. Like the part of my favorite part of Pokemon to me.
True.
So
I agree.
TB, you mentioned before that you think that this is this is the final nail. Is that
make or break?
Make or break. Either they're getting out of the dirt, or they're gonna be digging their hole even deeper. What did you mean by that?
I feel like with the sheer amount of content they're trying to force out right now, if it doesn't live up to the hype, people are gonna get sick of it, and that will be a lot of people's like final straw, the straw that broke the camel's back.
I agree.
And then if they'll see it the rest of time, be like, oh, another Pokemon, I
feel like what Jyggy said earlier, like I feel like a lot of people do say like, oh, another Pokemon, like, oh, whatever.
Yeah,
yes, I'll buy it.
Then they buy it.
Yes, I'll buy it.
They still buy it. Like they have a lot of loyal fans.
Yes, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
And I think I think that hones a little bit back to X and Y, and the fact that it was released 1 year early because Nintendo said we need a Pokemon game on our 3DS console that's dying, even though it's only been out for a year, literally a year. Like it was out. It came out in
2011, I think it launched.
But did it?
Yeah, but
really?
Well, maybe that's Japan. But it's I mean it was so bad that they invented the ambassador program for people who bought it, before they dropped the price super low.
Yeah, they dropped it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm
dropping
like
frames.
$80. Sorry, I don't know why I'm dropping frames, everybody.
Sorry.
You're okay, Jyggy 11.
But yeah, I feel like people look to like Sword and Shield. They compare Sword and Shield to like Xenoblade or something, and they're like, look at the trees in Sword and Shield versus these beautiful trees that are super like stylish and realistic in Xenoblade, and they're like, look at how they can just put a bunch of low effort into these Pokemon games because people will still buy them. Like, so that's kind of a reputation that you might have to overtake.
And
yes, but it's weird because Nintendo fans are so back and forth on the whole like graphical thing, like because they see the Pokemon, and I guess Pokemon's a lot more beloved of a franchise, but I'm like, Fire Emblem Three Houses literally had like JPEG fruit just as a flat picture in like the shop stalls and stuff. And my eye is giving me trouble. Sorry, guys.
Well, I think the difference there,
That's very passionate.
Pokemon is the most profitable franchise in the world.
True.
Yeah.
Like, why is the Pokemon game not the best looking game if they're making so much money? Like I think that's what I would think anyway. But Fire Emblem, I think people are more. I think Fire Emblem always looks fantastic too, and the JPEGs I think are okay. But I think people are willing to give that leeway because Pokemon's not bringing in literally more money than everything else in the world.
Yeah, so I suppose you could possibly make the argument to hold it to a higher standard, but
Yeah.
why? Like,
yeah, okay, JPEG fruit is pretty funny.
Yeah. Did you look it up?
Yeah, I looked it up. This is great.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh dear, this is great. Yeah, I'll post this in the Marg Boys chat. It's very funny.
Please do. I'm excited to look at it.
There you go. It's beautiful.
Forgot.
What's this? This is the
Fire
Three
Emblem.
houses.
Yes. The Fire Emblem. Here, I'll show it on the Marg stream here.
Please do, yeah.
The Fire Emblem JPEG fruits that are, yeah. Oh, dude, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's one of those things where I look at Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has like the same exact art style as modern day both Fire Emblem and Pokemon, but like
it looks amazing.
It looks amazing. Yeah, and same with like Breath of the Wild.
And it can run on a cell phone.
Yeah, and it's what, and I think this hones back just to. I think this is where it is a good little like kind of like maybe like getting close to the questions and answer section, but Pokemon Company International is, as Scootish has pointed out, the most profitable game development company out there right now. So why do the games run like garbage and look like iPhone games? Because cheap? Because they know that they can get away with it? Because leadership? What do we think? Let's
time constraint,
yeah.
Graphical constraint.
But money. They can afford so many more.
They set a precedent in X and Y that they could sort of put it out before the polishing phase was complete. Mm-hmm. And maybe they're just continuing to do that because they know that people will still buy it, maybe.
It's not even maybe. They will. People will still buy it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean...
No, maybe that's the reason versus maybe they will. Yeah.
How do you...
Guys, listen to this segue. I know we all like Pokeballs, but let's find out how we like this mac and cheese ball.
Let's do it.
What kind of sauce is that?
Cheese
I don't actually know.
You put the sauce on?
Cheese.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. So,
sorry to interrupt that. That was so stupid.
No, well, I mean, just like we always do in these franchise overloads, in every single one of these episodes, we have to ask, are we overloaded with Pokemon?
No,
I'm not. I'm not. There's just something about it. I know. Doug's laughing.
I'm a fanboy through and through.
There you go.
And like, even if the video games can't keep my attention anymore, the card games sure can.
True.
I don't know what you can see on this sliver, but I have a whole piano filled of Pokemon cards.
Fanboy through and through, same here. I think we are overloaded. I think it's clear in many aspects of the franchise. I think it's clear in the games, the side games. Although the side games are getting better and better. I will give everyone that. New Pokemon Snap was fire, even though I, have my sayings about Snap. Pokemon Unite is fire, and I did spend $100 on it, so, but I think the anime I think the main core games, and I think even a little bit of the trading card games, we talked about this a little bit off stream, but I think they're all experiencing a hit, and I think it's because they're always trying to reinvent the wheel because they are expected to always put something out every few months. And I think going to a 2-game release year is going to be very difficult for them, and I'm very nervous for them.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think they're here to stay. I think they have, they definitely know how to leverage their sort of mascots, and this is definitely like their sort of flagship, I guess, as far as like, it being the most profitable franchise of all time. And I mean, there's always a new generation of kids that'll get interested in it and pick a favorite Pokemon and love them forever and cuddle with their plush Snorlax or Onix or whatever.
That kid.
And I arguably they've stumbled and fumbled before. People have disliked certain generations for various reasons and thought that they were bad or whatever. And they're still around. So I think even if they do manage to, fail utterly by putting out 2 games in a year, as you say, I think that's not going to stop the momentum.
No.
And speaking as not a fanboy, and I'm thinking we are a little overloaded.
Yeah. I truly believe that it's made it to the point where, like Jeff Bezos, they can't really. They can put anything they want out, and they cannot fail anymore. I think that Gen 5 was the time when they could fail, and I think that the double down that they're doing is probably going to succeed. They have so much. I mean, we're playing. I think 3 of us. I don't think, Doug, you haven't tried it yet, right? Unite.
No, I haven't.
There are 3 of us here that are playing a Pokemon MOBA right now. That Scooters put $100 now, and it's fun. It's like,
I love the game.
$50 into it.
No, I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, that's franchise overload. Get your questions in. It's time for questions. Question time here. Question. Do you know, Doug? It's interesting that you mentioned plushies though, because I'm gonna show everybody here.
Ooh, okay.
This is my new favorite Pokemon plushie, Cowboy Snorlax. I'm just gonna do a little pan here.
Yo, when did you get it?
Let's go.
Look at these.
I love that.
Look at those, dude. Look
I
at
think that's
those.
just a cowboy hat
Look
on
at them,
Snorlax,
dude.
but
Look at them boots.
Oh,
Look at them boots.
that's amazing.
This
You got
man's
boots.
ready. He's going to town, dude.
You're just gonna scroll by without saying howdy.
Well, hold on there, partner.
Hold on. All right, question time.
There's a new sheriff in town.
I think we only actually have one question. Oh no, we have a couple. All right.
Yeah.
We'll start with this one, and this kind of rolls off of what we were just talking about. And I'll answer this, or I ask this one first. Does Pokemon Unite contribute to ruining Pokemon? Doug, you haven't played it. You got an opinion?
I do like that they branch out. Like, we've talked about side games and stuff like that. I do like that they're trying something new, and I don't know if explicitly making a MOBA is going to ruin the franchise. I think that's probably fine for them to try it out. I do think maybe the monetization angle is coming under a lot of heat for very good reason. I think pay to win is definitely a thing.
It's not
here,
pay to win.
It's pay to win, dude. It's pay to win.
It's not.
You can
not.
fully
It's
upgrade an
so
item and get
pay
like
to win.
30% more damage.
It doesn't actually change anything.
You are limited in the amount of like XP or whatever you can get per day, or you could just pay money to get more. So definitely seems a little pay to winny. And that like makes.
I think it's pay to accelerate. I don't think you pay for
to
better
accelerate by like 2 years.
Yeah, it's like 2. I want to know the math of like how long it would take you to fully upgrade an item without spending money.
Yeah, there's probably a breakdown on like Reddit or
2
something
weeks.
for that.
No,
2 weeks,
shot,
dude.
it's 2
Level
weeks.
30, impossible.
2 weeks.
Level 30, you have to spend like 100 something, 100 something of the item accelerators to get them, right? To get to, like each level.
Yeah, it's insane.
All right, so that's that. Next question
Wait,
is, how do you feel about? Whoop, sorry.
I didn't know if TB or had anything.
Sorry.
TB.
I don't think per se it's ruining Pokemon. I think it's something new. It's something kind of fun and gimmicky. Will it be long lasting? I doubt it.
Yeah, that's my big thing.
All right.
How long will it last?
So I just want to real quick. My good friend Golden Retriever has only bought in the Battle Pass. He has only spent money on the Battle Pass. He spent $8 on the Battle Pass. That's it. He has an item that's level 30.
You not upgraded any other item in the game?
I don't know, but like that's what I'm saying. It means that it's one item. If you put all the points in for one item for 2 weeks, level 30 item.
Okay, how many items do you need to play the game?
Well, each Pokemon can hold 3 items.
Apparently, all the other items he has are level 15.
Can't if he can't if it's possible. Level 21 is like 100 coins. Yeah, I was gonna say that it's like 100 coins plus for each level after 20.
He has about three items that are level 15, I should say.
Yeah, it's 2,582 item enhancers to get to level 30.
No, you get 10 item enhancers if you're lucky in the gacha.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a gacha too. Great.
Oh yeah, there's a gacha.
Which you get a gacha pull about every 4th game.
Oh.
Dude, and how long do games last?
The gacha?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? So 40 minutes to get a
pull.
pull.
But no, you cap out too. You can only pull 10 times a week.
You pull 30 times a day.
What?
It's 30 times a day.
So you can play 120 games a day?
No.
No. You play the gacha game 30 times a day.
And
it takes 4.
I don't think so.
4 games.
You
to
pull
get a
30 times a day at the gacha game.
You can only.
Okay.
There's 1,000 energy per week in the gacha game, and each time you get to 100.
I'm telling you, you can pull 30 times a day.
Oh, 30 times is if you bought the generators. Oh, so you have to buy the
$2.
You have to buy item generators. Okay. I'm talking about like weekly how much energy you can without spending money, how much you can.
If there's a child that doesn't have a credit card.
Okay, I don't spend money on that stuff. I spent money to buy the characters and the skins, and that's it. I have pulled a lot, and it's more than 10 times a day.
Yeah.
We're gonna go around and around in a circle with this because, like,
I think that's a different question.
But I don't think the game.
I have the game right here. I have the game right here. So each week, unless you buy an energy enhancer, you get 1,300 energy that you can earn. That means you get to pull 13 times a week. Am I wrong?
Okay, so leveling to max, you get 1,130 item enhancers. There's an additional 700 you can get from the Battle Pass. And then the rest is all gacha. That's not even enough to get 1 to level 30 without the gacha.
Yeah. But with leveling to max, how high is the max?
30.
You have to get to level 30, which I'm not.
Here's the other huge thing.
Oh, the max level is 40. And then the Battle Pass is
100.
100, yeah.
But here's the other thing. You also are doing missions, and you're earning tickets, and you can convert the tickets into item enhancers.
Yes, 10.
But those tickets are also how you unlock
10?
characters.
So it's 10 per. It's like you can get them in increments of 10, and then 50 for 500 tickets. 100 tickets equals 10 things.
Yeah. So and using those to get item enhancers,
you can
hinders you in buying
use coins as well to get characters.
This sounds.
But you use the coins to get the items in the first place.
Yeah, you have to buy the items with the coins, and then if you want to use money, it's 50 cents per 50. No, it's not that. It's 50 shards or whatever for 50 item enhancers.
Yeah.
So
we're
it sounds
spinning our
to
wheels
me-
here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it is pay to win to like a decent margin.
Yeah, it sounds
you still
intentionally
have-
obtuse to understand how much you can actually play unless you just pay money.
I'll be on
Yeah.
Scootish's side here. It's not pay as in you instantly win. You still have to have a slight skill, but it's pay as in
It makes it significantly easier.
yes.
It makes
It's
your numbers
I
go
don't
up.
even think it makes it
pay to
significantly
do more
easier.
damage
There-
or
there's,
pay
like-
to survive. Like
Well,
for
you're
example,
a god gamer.
you can.
I think
like,
the only thing that like, I think the only thing that changes is like the speed of the Pokemon, and that's it.
well, think of it
And
like
the
this
Like, that's
way.
damage
noticeable.
and the health.
There's a full item. There's an item that if you fully level up, it fully heals you the moment. So Snorlax can just use an item at 1 HP and be back at full and have all 1 million HP back.
or
Or
you
Crustle,
can-
Buddy Barrier. Buddy Barrier is nuts. It's like, oh, I was down to 1 HP. I used my ultimate move. Now I'm back at full HP and I'm going around bopping you up.
Or you can be my Cramorant with maxed out crit, maxed out attack, maxed out like crit chance, and you hit 2 crits and you 2-shot anybody in the game
1,000
at
damage.
any level.
1,000 damage.
Mm.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
All
we,
right.
we should move
Question
on.
number 2. How do you feel about regional variants such as Alolan or Galarian forms?
That's like asking how I feel about the animals on the Galapagos
So,
Islands. They're fine.
I
they're
I
there.
have an opinion on this. Aesthetically, they are very cool. I don't think it really adds that much in terms of like, were they needed? No, they could have just came up with different Pokemon.
That's my mindset.
You know,
I think
It was,
they look
it was
cool.
done to avoid coming up with new Pokemon, to like deliver fewer new Pokemon and just reskin
Still had
some
to
of the other ones.
design them
yeah.
and give them new movesets. And are they a different Pokemon? They are. Clearly, they're a different type. So it's like, I feel like I'm on TB's side here, where it's like you could have just designed new Pokemon.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
they
I
look
do
nice.
love Alolan Ninetales though,
yeah, I like Alolan Ninetales.
and I like
a lot.
Alolan.
I like
Sandshrew.
Alolan Raichu.
I love Alolan Raichu.
I like Galarian Ponyta.
I love Galarian Ponyta, bro.
Okay, so you love
Yeah.
them.
Just I love how they look, but I don't think they're necessary.
That's fair.
Especially the legendary birds in Sword and Shield. I felt that kind of like that took it a step too far, in my opinion.
that is where they went wrong.
Yeah. Why am I yellow and why I have scurvy on Jiggy's?
Dude,
No,
I
I
love
fixed
it.
it. I fixed
I
it.
love it, bro.
You should have had that lime. You
Uh,
needed some vitamin C. You should have had a
all right.
lime seltzer.
Let's move on. What's your favorite Pokemon?
All right, quick
I
down
think we
the
did this
line.
last time.
Charizard.
I like Ditto, Snorlax, and Wailord.
Cramorant.
Snorlax, Jolteon, and Totodile.
Next question. Why do you think they decided to double down on the release cycle instead of slowing things down after the complaints about Sword and Shield?
Money.
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 Can't be the most
Uh,
profitable game series of all time without
Money.
putting out a bunch of games.
I'm just gonna answer this next one immediately. Will we ever get a full dex moving forward? Fuck no. Are you
No,
kidding me?
no.
No.
They
God, no.
tried it.
It makes so much more sense to release a chopped down dex and then
DLC.
sell us the rest of the decks on DLC. Come on.
They
Yep.
did it once. We all said, "Oh, I really hope they go back." No. They made money off of
Oh
us.
man, it was Twitter was hard to read. That
Oh,
You made
yeah.
$120 off me with Sword and Shield. Come on.
Yeah. Made more than that off
All right,
me
next
because I bought
question,
both.
Doug.
Do you think they'll eventually stop making as many brand new Pokemon in the following main releases? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. I think we're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, I
get
mean,
like
they've run
maybe
out of ideas.
40 or 50 at max each time, plus like some special legend. I think what they'll kind of focus on older Pokemon, which is good because that's kind of what I want them to. It's weird. I have the weird mindset where I want less new Pokemon and I want them to revisit old Pokemon. There are a lot of Pokemon that are absolute trash. Like there's a Pokemon and I
Like
think
Garbodor.
Well, actually, I love Garbodor. I love Garbodor.
Yes.
But there's a Pokemon that's a fish, that's a heart, but not the evolution of Love Disc. I don't even know its name.
Almalola?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
There's
That's a
another
Gen
one?
5 Pokemon. It's a Gen 5 Pokemon. Trash. It's like, what do you mean? What happened there? It's not a Love Disc evolution, but it's another heart Pokemon?
Wow.
Really weird. I want them to go back and make, and this is something that will never happen, but I wish it did. I would like Pokemon, especially third evolution Pokemon, to all be looked at and be thought about in a competitive nature. Why should I use Feraligatr when when Swampert is literally better with better stats, better typing, better everything, and I want them to make Swampert better. Feraligatr better. That's my mindset. Is I wish that they would kind of treat it almost a little bit like a MOBA or a competitive game. And I want them to give me a reason to use Pokemon.
No, because money.
But why money?
What?
Why money?
Because
it takes time.
I already made money off of Feraligatr. It makes so much more sense to make a new Pokemon that's better than Feraligatr that you'll spend money on merchandise for.
But they're not.
Like balancing and stuff is effort.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It's a game for children. They're not trying to get it at Evo or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Worlds. But like that's my mindset. Is like, if you look at Worlds, it's like the same exact team over and over and over again. These are the meta.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next question, Jyggy.
Next question. Is Legends of Arceus just going to be a side game? Nope. Already said it's a main game.
It's a main game.
And I feel like it could be the new like go-to style moving forward.
That'd be sick.
I feel like at least I hope that they stop reusing the same formula and like go for like more interesting story-based stuff in the places that we already know. I feel like that would be a more compelling storyline.
I truly believe that Legends Arceus, if they take the time on it, will be probably the best Pokemon. It's just that they have to take the time on it. I'm worried that I am the number one advocate for delay the game, delay it as long as you need. I just want, and this is my kind of like final thoughts on this. I want the Pokemon Company to sit down and say, let's make the definitive best Pokemon game we've ever made. Because I don't think they've ever, the last time they did it was maybe Black and White 2. Maybe, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where they actually topped everything prior. My opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
100%. All right.
Next question. Which do you think is the most overpowering in Unite and why? It definitely was Gengar.
I actually don't think it's Gengar. I think it's Cinderace.
They both got nerfed today, so that's fine.
They're getting nerfed tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. They announced it today.
I think day one it was Zorora, but that was just because we were all freaking out. But now...
No, it's because we didn't know. But now that we know the game,
Heal Plant was also broken.
What? Oh, I think Cinderace and Gengar, though, were the best characters. Gengar, because he's so fast and he was able to deal a lot of damage, but Cinderace is literally built as an attacker, does a lot of damage, but also, for some reason, has the speed of a speedster, which makes Cinderace, in my opinion, the best Pokemon in the game.
Yep.
All right.
Last question, Doug.
Final question. Do you think we will ever get a new, good Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You want to know what it's going to be? It's going to be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of the Sky Remastered. There you go.
Oh.
And actually, I don't even know if that one's going to be good if they use the freaking... If they use the same art style as the last one, as the remaster for Explorers. I don't know. Just go play Explorers of the Sky.
Anyway, thank you for watching or listening to Margs with the Boys podcast. Thank you for your donations to Stop AAP I Hate. Please give us 5-star reviews on whatever platform you listen to us to. All of our 10 audio listeners, we love you. You're great. Please tell your friends so we could have 11 again.
Yeah.
True.
And yeah, follow Jyggy, follow Scootish, follow me, follow TB, and
tweet at us with
the
the hashtag MWTB.
Yes.
And we'll see you next episode. Thanks everybody for
2
watching.
more weeks.
Yes. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.